Once, in the heart of a bustling bus terminal in Manila, there lived a poor man who survived by asking travelers for spare change. Every day, as passengers hurried to catch their buses, he would stretch out his hand and plead for coins. One afternoon, while wandering near the boarding gate, he noticed a sharply dressed entrepreneur stepping onto the platform. The man's tailored jacket and upright stride made him look wealthy and confident. "Surely," thought the beggar, "this gentleman will give me a generous amount." With hope gleaming in his eyes, he approached and extended his hand. Instead of dropping money, the entrepreneur paused and asked, "Do you always only take from others? Have you ever given anything to anyone?" The beggar froze. Nobody had ever questioned him like that. Nervously, he replied, "Sir, I am but a beggar. I live off the kindness of strangers. I have nothing of my own to give." The businessman gave a faint smile. "If you truly believe you have nothing to give, then you also have no right to ask. I work through exchange something for something. If you can offer me even a little, I will gladly give you something back. But if you offer nothing, I cannot reward you either." With that, he stepped onto his bus, and soon the vehicle rumbled away. The beggar stood there stunned. The man's words echoed inside his head again and again. "I have begged for years, but no one has ever said such a thing." He wasn't cruel. He spoke the truth. If I provide nothing in return, why should anyone feel compelled to give me anything? That night, lying on the hard pavement, he could not sleep. He whispered to himself, "But what can I give? I own nothing." Still, the businessman's voice haunted him. "If you want to receive, you must first give." For 2 full days he did not beg. His mind was too occupied with thought. On the 3rd day, while sitting near the terminal fence, he noticed a cluster of wild blossoms swaying gently in the breeze. Their bright petals glowed in the sunlight, and suddenly an idea flashed in his mind. What if, instead of only taking, I offered something in return? What if I gave each person a flower whenever they gave me money? Determined, he carefully gathered a few flowers and returned to his spot. When a traveler placed a coin in his palm, he smiled warmly and handed back a flower. To his surprise, people accepted the small gift with delight. Some even smiled wider and thanked him. Days passed, and an astonishing change occurred. More people stopped to give him money, yet he noticed a pattern. As long as he had flowers, donations were generous. Whenever he ran out, contributions dwindled. So it's true, he thought. People enjoy receiving in return. One afternoon, while exchanging flowers for coins, he spotted the same entrepreneur seated inside a bus. Excited, he rushed forward. "Sir, today I have something to give you. If you give me money, I will give you flowers in return." The businessman smiled, handed him some cash, and accepted the blossoms. "Now you have understood the essence of exchange," he said. "You are no longer a beggar. You are a merchant." With those words, he stepped off at the next stop. The poor man stood motionless, repeating the phrase in his mind, "You are a merchant." Could it be true? After long reflection, a realization dawned. I am not just collecting pity. People are paying for the flowers I provide. I am no beggar. I am a trader. That day he made a bold choice. He left the bus terminal and never returned as a beggar again. 6 months later, at the very same station, 2 gentlemen in neat suits greeted one another. One studied the other's face carefully. "Haven't we met before?" he asked. The second man grinned. "Indeed, twice right here. The first time you refused me money, and the second time you purchased flowers from me." Recognition lit up the businessman's eyes. "Wait, you were that beggar?" The former beggar laughed heartily. "Yes, that was me. But now I own a flourishing flower business, and today I am traveling to expand it further." The businessman was astonished. "Remarkable! What changed everything for you?" With a gentle smile, the flower seller replied, "You did. You taught me a vital truth. We only receive when we first give. That day I realized I was never really a beggar. I was a businessman all along. I just needed to see myself differently." The two men shook hands as equals before boarding their buses to separate destinations. Greatness isn't about wealth or fame, it's about the power of your thoughts. As James Allen said, "What you think, you become." So why do many still struggle? This inspiring story reveals the hidden secret to success, mindset, and true personal growth. Stay tuned. Your breakthrough starts here. Life is shaped by how we perceive ourselves. If you believe you are small, you remain small. But if you recognize your inner strength, you unlock greatness. So never underestimate yourself. See yourself as capable, strong, and successful. For when your thoughts change, your future changes too. If this story touched you, give it a like, share your reflections in the comments, and pass it on to inspire others. Until the next story, keep believing in your potential.